Here are 3 things you can copy from the Felix Auger-Aliassime forehand to help improve your forehand. Now, this video is courtesy of Court Level Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. All right, the first idea. I want you to go out and film yourself hitting forehands. And if you have video footage of your forehand, I want you to review it after you watch this video. And I want you to check to see if your chest is visible to the camera behind you. So we, from our vantage point, we are the camera. We are looking at his chest. Most recreational players I see when they turn for a forehand, the most they turn for a forehand is this amount right here. That you can still see most of their back and you cannot see any of their chest. But watch how he rotates enough that we can see his chest. That coiling is then what allows for uncoiling, which you can obviously see right here. So here we see his back. Here we slightly see his chest. Then we can no longer see his chest. We're looking at his back again. So make sure that you coil enough so that you're actually able to uncoil later in the forehand. Again, go out and review video footage of your forehand. If you don't have any video footage, go out and film yourself. Just rest your phone up against the back fence and hit forehands. And when the ball, puts you right in front of the camera, check to see that the chest is visible. That means you've coiled enough, and that means you can uncoil. The second idea, I want you to look at this position right here. Notice that he has his strings facing down. This is called a closed racket face. It doesn't really matter what grip you use, Eastern, semi-Western, full Western. You want your strings pointing down prior to hitting the ball because that allows you to swing up for topspin. I watch most recreational players who struggle to hit enough topspin and their racket is straight up and down where you could balance a coin on the top edge. You don't want your racket straight up and down. You want your racket angled at about 45 degrees. When your strings are pointing down at the moment where the butt cap is pointing at the ball and you're going to swing up through contact, that is what allows you to swing up fast with confidence because you're going to put enough spin on the ball. And the last thing I want you to notice has to do with his air target. Look how high the ball is crossing over the net. When you close your racket face and you point your strings down the way he did with that beautiful coil and then uncoil to get a ton of racket speed, it allows him to then aim high for great net clearance, but then watch how that height gives him depth. Look how deep that ball is landing in the court. The key to depth is actually the height that you hit over the net. So please, I'm not telling you to hit moon balls and lob the ball every time, but don't feel like you got to skim the net. Aim high enough that you actually get the depth you're looking for. Plus, you'll avoid the most common error, which is hitting the net. Now, the best way to practice these techniques is at home with a Topspin Pro. You can get a Topspin Pro using my link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. I absolutely love the Topspin Pro, and I know you will too. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Go out and film yourself hitting forehands. Show your chest to the camera to prove that you've coiled enough, which will then allow for the uncoiling to be possible. Make sure that you close your racket face before hitting and make sure you aim high enough to avoid the net and get the depth that you want. Copy these 3 forehand tips and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.